Are healthier choice labeled packaged foods always healthy? Will you consider every packaged food that you find in the supermarket with a healthier choice label? Would you consider it as healthy just because it has a healthier choice label? And let's use this example. If a drink has 30 grams of added sugar, would you consider it a healthy choice or an unhealthy choice? And if a packaged drink has 10 grams of added sugar, in this instance, would you consider it a healthy choice or unhealthy choice? And if you compare the two, one with 10 grams of added sugar, drink B, and drink A with 30 grams of added sugar, you would definitely say drink B is a healthier choice compared to drink A. But would you consider drink B, even though it's a healthier choice than the 30 grams of added sugar, would you consider it to be a healthy drink? Would you consider drink B with 10 grams of added sugar to be a healthy drink? So this is what I would like to talk about today. Healthier choice, labeled packaged food. Does it necessarily always equal healthy? That is the question I'd like to ask all of you. And I'm Dr. Chan. For those of you who are new here, joining me for a live chat for the first time, I'm a medical doctor from Singapore. I was even formerly a chef running my own restaurant for more than 5 years, from 2014 to 2015. I'm a trainer and a coach. Right? I want to welcome you to join me for my live chat that I try to do whenever I have the opportunity to do. So right now, in between my work, while I'm having a drink, a hot drink, find one corner, I decided to do a live stream. So welcome to the Habits Pharmacy, where habits become medicine. Can you do me a favor? Can you like and share this live stream so that more people can join into this discussion, join into this live chat? My goal for this live chat is that this can become, the regular dose of information and inspiration for you to help you unlock, to inspire you, to give you information to enable you, equip you to unlock the power of your lifestyle habits as medicine. And hopefully through this, you will be able to unleash the potential and also the power of your choices of lifestyle, unleash it to be medicine, to prevent and combat lifestyle related chronic diseases. That is my goal. So let's get to the discussion today. Healthier choice labeled packaged food. What do you think? Are all healthier choice labeled packaged food necessarily always healthy? Would you consider that? Would you consider all packaged food that you find in the supermarket? Will you consider every packaged food with a healthier choice label in whatever shape, form, official or not? They say it's a healthier choice. Will you consider all healthier choice labeled food, packaged food, to be healthy choice, always good for health because it has a healthier choice label? What do you think? Right? If you could, that would be great if you share in the comment section. Let's use this example. Right? Let's use this example. If you find a drink in the supermarket and it has 30 grams of added sugar, would you call it A, a healthy choice? Or you consider it as B, an unhealthy choice? Write your answer in the comment section. Let's have a chat. Let this be interactive. I will be live for very long for this session. I'm just opportunistically, in between my work, find one corner, even though this place is noisy and the lighting is bad, I decided to do a simple live stream, right? To engage you, right? To look at, to have a conversation with you, right? For whatever it's worth, right? And Juliana here, right, say that is B, a 30 gram of added sugar in a drink, right, is an unhealthy choice. I think it's obvious. 30 gram is a lot, 30 gram is as how many can be 6 to 8 teaspoons of sugar. 6 to 8 teaspoons of added sugar. Obviously, it's an unhealthy choice. And Jessie from New Zealand is also sharing that, yeah, she thinks it is an unhealthy choice, right? Shu Hui says that you hardly purchase any packaged drink. Healthier doesn't mean that it is healthy. Not everybody understands that, Shu Hui, and that's why I want to have this simple chit chat, have this simple live chat to highlight this to everybody. Just because it is labeled as a healthier choice does not necessarily mean that it is healthy, right? And that's what this live chat is about. To bust some of the misconception, some of the common misunderstanding that people have. And of course, as we are building this community here, Jessie, I want to say hello to everybody, and she's dialing in from New Zealand. So let's get back to this. Is drink A with 30 grams of added sugar, would you consider it as A, a healthy choice? Or would you consider it as B, an unhealthy choice? Okay, so what would you consider? 30 grams of added sugar, right? But what if you find another drink? This is a different drink. This is a different question. Just now, it was drink A, right, with 30 grams of added sugar. Right now, and then many of you say that it's unhealthy because it's 30 grams of added sugar. How about this? 10 grams of added sugar. A drink B, equivalent size drink, 10 grams of added sugar. In this instance, would you then call this a healthy choice? This drink, right, unlike the previous drink of 10 grams with 30 grams of added sugar, this drink B right now has only 10 grams of added sugar. Would you call this drink B then a healthy choice or an unhealthy choice? You do me a favor, write your answer in the comments. Let this be a fun, interactive session. Would you consider this drink B with only 10 grams of added sugar to be a healthy choice or an unhealthy choice? And Juliana Tan, right, says 10 grams of added sugar. There's added sugar. There's 10 grams. It's almost more 2 teaspoons or more of added sugar. It is an obviously unhealthy choice to Juliana. And Christy Ng here says that both are unhealthy. But what do you think? This drink B here, is it unhealthy? Right? Is it healthy? Because there's only 10 grams. Right? Most it is always 10 grams. And then Shuhui, of course, we want to talk about, go beyond the scope of what I want to share about, on food and drink and even shampoo. There is a big word organic, misleading, and most, if not, do not read the label. They're misled by labeling. And that's precisely what I'm trying to do here, Shuhui. Right? I want to look at, what people consider, does a healthier choice labeled food necessarily mean that it is healthy? Many people are in a way distracted by the healthy halo, healthier choice, organic, natural ingredients made with super antioxidant this. It has chia seed inside, it has flaxseed inside, it has this, it has that. So many people are distracted by what we call the healthy halo. Can tell people there's something good about this so that people don't look at what is bad in it. Just because there's something good doesn't mean, right, that it has nothing bad. No, that is one of the common challenges that many people get distracted by. And that's why I want to have this conversation and chat with you to highlight. Drink A, 30 grams of added sugar. Drink A, healthy or unhealthy. And then you have drink B, in not 30 grams now, it's 10 grams of added sugar. Would all of you, like 18, 20 of you right now online, watching this, would you do me a favor? Would you write answer in the comments? Let this be an interactive session. Right? Would this drink be with 10 grams of added sugar? You personally, when you see in the supermarket, oh, there's a drink here, whether there's any labeling or not, and there's 10 grams of added sugar, would you call it a healthy choice? Would you call it a healthy choice? Right? Maureen, right, says that any drink with sugar is unhealthy. Okay. Alba Yoke say hi, right? But Juliana says that even though this has 10 grams of added sugar, which is much less than only a third of the previous drink with 30 grams of added sugar, right? Juliana says that it is not healthy, right? You will not consider it healthy, okay? So this Lester says that 10 grams is okay because the body still needs sugar. I don't want to go into a discussion of whether we need to eat added sugar for our body to have enough blood sugar. Okay, that is another discussion that I always teach my students, always teach my patients when I run workshops, when I run programs, when I do coaching sessions. Like this is a very common question. People say, doctor, I need to have my blood sugar. Everybody, the blood sugar is needed for normal functioning, right? So we need to eat sugar, right, in order, right, to have a blood sugar up. Really? Is that what it is? So Lester, in this instance, Lester says that This drink here is a healthy choice because it has only 10 grams of sugar, right? As compared to this drink that has 30 grams of added sugar. Okay, so this is the comparison. How many of you, Jesse says that any added sugar is unhealthy? Any added sugar is unhealthy, right? So there are many of you, right, with different views, different comments. I would like to hear from more of you, right? And Aline Chan talk about, oh, what if there's no sugar, the creamer? Okay, let's not mix everything together, conflict everything together. Let's just talk about this. These two comparison, right, that I'm trying to tackle today are all healthier choice labeled food. Healthy. Healthier choice label. No need to think, no need to look at the ingredient list, the label. Just buy because it has a healthier choice. Maybe it has a government stamp on it. That's healthier choice. It must be good. The government cannot be lying. Must be a healthy choice. All healthier choice labeled food necessary healthy. Are all healthier choice labeled food necessary? William Chu disagree, right, with some of the comments that say this is a healthy choice because you only 10 grams. William Chu said that no added sugar is the best option. Like Jesse said, any added sugar, you would deem it unhealthy. Lester think that it is a healthy choice. It's only 10 grams, right, because the body needs sugar, right? And Juliana said no, right? Sugar, so long as sugar, right, is unhealthy. Maureen also says no. Any drink, any food product with sugar, right? You may not be afraid of it, but you will not deem it as healthy. You will not call it healthy. You may not be afraid and say, oh no, that's poison. No, no, no. Don't see food as poison. All food are given to us, that we have a choice to eat it appropriately, to choose it appropriately. They are not poison, right? So we do not need to see, right, food as poison. But would you agree with Maureen that any drink with sugar is still considered unhealthy? What do you think? Right. My question earlier for those who have just joined in, right, was if drink A with 30 grams of added sugar, obviously I don't think any of you would disagree that this drink A with 30 grams of sugar, of added sugar, is an obviously unhealthy choice. Right. Then a drink B with a third of the added sugar as compared to the previous one, with only 10 grams, would you consider this a healthy choice or not? Right? And Dion, like Dion says that no sugar for you. So that means, John, am I right to say that you will deem this to be unhealthy? You will at least not call it a healthy choice. True or false? Would you not call it a healthy choice? Why don't we do this? Why don't we compare the two? Like if we describe the two, right? Compare the two drinks. Drink A, 30 grams of added sugar. Okay? Drink A, 30 grams of added sugar. Drink B, okay, 10 grams of added sugar. Right? So in this instance, in comparison, it is obvious that we can say that drink B is a healthier choice compared to drink A. Fair? Everybody agree? Right? Everybody agree that drink B is obviously a healthier choice compared to drink A. Because drink B has only 10 grams of added sugar. Drink A has 30 grams of added sugar. Drink B has only one third of the added sugar in it. So it is fair to say, it is correct to say, it is not wrong to say that drink B is healthier is a healthier choice than drink A. But the key question is this. The question I ask is whether it's not about whether it's a healthier choice compared to drink A. I'm asking, would you consider drink B to be a healthy drink? Would you give your children, would you give your grandparents, would you give your siblings, your loved ones, your family, your wife, your husband, a drink? Hey, darling, drink this. This is a healthy drink. It has only 10 grams of sugar. Would you give that? Right? Because whilst it is true, drink B with only 10 grams of added sugar is obviously a healthier choice compared to drink A with 30 grams of sugar. Obvious, if all of us agree, it's a healthier choice. But would you consider drink B with 10 grams of added sugar to even call it a healthy drink? Would you call it a healthy drink? When it has 10 grams of added sugar in it, would you call it a healthy drink? That is the key question here that I have, right? Which is why the the topic that I want to talk about, the question I want to pose to all of you is that Are all healthier choice foods necessary, healthier choice labeled food, whether labeled by the government or labeled by the food manufacturer, regardless of what country you are in, where country you are watching this from, regardless of that. You have to be from Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, some of you are watching from New Zealand, some of you are watching from USA, Europe, every regulatory agency, every government, every food industry have different kind of labeling laws, different kind of labeling laws. Okay, so would you consider, right, that regardless of whether the labels are official labels or not, would you consider, right, that drink B with 10 grams of sugar to be a healthy choice? Would you consider that? Right? And Lester agree that healthy can be subjective. Not just subjective, it's not necessarily subjective, it is relative. Because the word, the choice of the word, right, of what is healthy, okay, of what is healthy. Then William says that both A and B, right, both drink A, right, which is 30 grams of sugar, and drink B with 10 grams of sugar, both are unhealthy. Both are unhealthy, right? And Angie said, be careful with labels that say no added sugar. Sometimes they add artificial sweetener. They also may add, other natural sweeteners in different names, different form. All right, and then C says that B is okay, right? Because it's only 10 grams of sugar, right? I think you can make a decision, all right? Juliana say you disagree, right? 10 grams of sugar is still unhealthy, right? And Sandra says that you give your teen boys, a packaged drink, right? And you didn't check the sugar content, then you check the sugar content. You should check the sugar content. It is important, right, to check the sugar content. Would you agree? Right? Relative is the better word. Yeah, certainly it's relative. Right? It is not subjective. Right? And Eileen says that no sugar is best and healthy. I mean, that's the question that I want to pose to everybody. Right? I want to pose to everybody. Okay, is that would you consider all healthier choice labeled food? Would you consider every food with the healthier choice label, like, to be healthy? Because it's healthier choice, it is healthy. Okay, would you consider that any packaged food with added sugar, right? Would you, if you have a healthy choice, any food that has added sugar, would you personally deem it as healthy? This food has sugar added in it, whether it's 5 grams, 10 grams, 15 grams, 100 grams, 30 grams, whatever amount of added sugar. It's noisy, the bus outside, right? Regardless of whether it's 5 grams, 10 grams, 15 grams, 30 grams, doesn't matter. All right. A typical packaged drink, in the market has about 30 to 40 over gram of sugar, added sugar, right? So even if a drink with 10 grams of added sugar, just 10 grams, right, would you consider it as a healthy choice, right? Or you look at it differently, right? So what does the healthier choice labeling, what does the description of a healthier choice actually mean? And what do you think? What would you think the word healthier choice actually means? Right? Don't you think a healthier choice label usually is truthfully only trying to say it is in comparison to another, right? Relatively, it is a less unhealthy choice. Because less unhealthy equals healthier. But less unhealthy does not necessarily mean that it is healthy. Because it just means it is less unhealthy. Right? That means it is less jialat, not less thorough. No, it's just a less unhealthy choice. Okay, also, can we also have this new perspective, right? That when people label a food, right, label a food, right, to be right less unhealthy, right, label a food to be less unhealthy, the label a food to be a healthier choice, right? Would you deem it? Would you think of it as it is a less unhealthy choice? A healthier choice means a less jialat choice, less thorough choice, less bad choice, less ideal choice. Would you consider that a healthier choice is not wrong? It is just saying that it is a less thorough choice. It's a less jialat choice. It is a less bad choice. So a healthier choice does not necessarily mean a healthier choice does not necessarily mean that it is a healthy choice. Would you agree with that? Drink B has less sugar than drink A. Drink B has only 10 grams of added sugar. Drink B has 30 grams of added sugar. Right? So drink B, in comparison to drink A, is a healthier choice. Fair. I think we all agree. There's nothing wrong in that description, in that labeling. Okay, drink B has 10 grams of added sugar. Drink A has 30 grams of added sugar. So it is correct, not wrong, right, to say that drink B is a healthier choice. Right? But it is only saying that it is a less unhealthy choice. Right? It is only saying, right, that it is a less unhealthy choice. It's not saying, it's not claiming to be a healthy choice. It is just rightfully saying it is a less unhealthy choice. Agree? Right? So I think we need to have a proper understanding of labelings. Right? Nobody is trying to deceive us. Everybody is just correctly, technically describing it as it is. So I hope that through this video, you would have a new perspective. Right? Labels that say healthier choice could also mean the synonym of less unhealthy, less jalat, less thorough, no, less of the bad stuff in there. It's just healthier means not as much sugar. Healthier might mean not as much saturated fat or whatever bad things that you're trying to identify in your food, that you're trying to identify, in your packaged food. Okay, you get the point? You say, yeah. So Felicitas, you will agree as well. Healthier choice means in comparison to something. It does not necessarily mean that it is a bad choice. So don't get me wrong, right? Don't get me wrong that healthier choice food are not healthy. It just means, right? What do we mean by that? What do we do? Okay, what do we do? What does, right? Because healthier choice may actually mean, right, that it is less unhealthy, right? But so how do we make use of healthier choice labels in the supermarkets to guide us in making food products purchases? Okay, how do we use these healthier choice labels? Right? How do we use these healthier choice labels to guide us in making food choices in supermarkets? Right? Does healthier choice always mean that may not be healthy? That's true. But can a healthier choice labeled packaged food, right, mean that it is, you know, can a healthier choice labeled food be also healthy? Yes, it can. So the key here, the long and short of all this, I'm so sorry I went about this, in so many illustrations, because I think it is very important for everybody to understand. It is very important for everybody to have, this correct perspective. Ultimately, read the labels. Hear me? Ultimately, read the ingredients listing. Ultimately, it is important for you, to look at the ingredient listing, right, and identify whatever ingredients, right, that you will want to deem, that you deem that you want to have less of. Don't just depend on labeling. Is that okay? Right? Don't just depend on the labeling. A healthier choice means in comparison to something. It doesn't necessarily mean that it is the best choice. It can be too, right? It depends on what exactly, specifically is inside the packaged food. And you realize that the healthier choice labeling are always on packaged food. It's almost never on fresh produce. It's almost never on whole food. It's never on whole food. It's always on fresh produce. And do you see what I'm saying here? Right, you see what I'm saying? Okay, so I want to thank all of you for joining me, right, in this live stream here, right, in this live stream. And if any of you have any further questions or comments, I'm so happy, right, to be able to, right, have a conversation with you, have a chat with you, right. And Christina said you got the point. Good, great, right? And would you yeah, any other question? As I chit chat here, have some time before I go on the next appointment. I got 5 minutes, right? 5 minutes, right, to be still on live, right? To be able to chit chat with you, right? To chit chat with yeah. Okay. Hi. Good morning to all of you. Right. I think it's so great, right, to have all of you with me, right, chit chatting and sharing with me, all these conversations, right? And I hope you have found it useful. If you have found it useful, right, I'll be grateful, right, that you would like and share this, you know, and have more people join our conversation, join our conversation. And Dion says that most parents, even patient always say, I take very little, I don't take, I cut down, right? But they do not realize that a little bit here, a little bit there, can be quite thorough, right? Dion, you agree? Just because you don't take high sugar drink, just because you don't get all the sweet foods, it does not necessarily mean that you have very little of, right? It just means that you don't take the obvious sweet one. So if you are needing to cut down on sugar, read the ingredient listing, read the food labeling. Okay, do not just depend on the labels that say healthy. That there's nutritious, there's healthier choice. Don't just depend on that. Juliana, yes, I thank you for your kind comments, and so I hope you would like and share this, right? And also, I hope that you would unlock the power of your lifestyle choices, unlock the power of your eating habits as medicine. Would you join me, right, to get people, right, to unlock the power of your lifestyle habits as medicine? Would you do that? Right. So thank you to everybody. Right. And if you want to chat, I'm happy to hang around and to chit chat with you. And um, continue. You leave in the comment section. Leave in the comments section, right? Comments, ideas on what you like me to cover when I have time, to go live and chit chat. So opportunistically, I turn on the video. I began to just put in a few slides. You see, some of my slides are not well presented, not all well formatted. Because it was done at the last minute, I say, okay, I have some time. So I went to my laptop and then put some slides together and then just talk about this topic. And I hope that you have found it useful. If you have found it useful, please do like and share. Right. Thank you to Christina for your kind words. I thank all of you, and let your habits be your medicine. Let us all do that. Let us all unlock, right, the power, right, of a lifestyle, of our eating habits to combat, to prevent diabetes, heart diseases, and all the lifestyle diseases that we could be preventing, that we could be avoiding, reducing, delaying, retarding. All right. Should we say that your 5 and 8-year-old never had many of the packaged sugar juices, right? You are labeled by some people as a kiasu mom and telling you that your kids will grow up as fussy eaters. Um, there's a fine line there, Shubei. Now we're having this conversation of whether, as a parent, right, it is how do we build a culture, a legacy with our children, right, to have healthier choices. The thing is not to be, the key thing is not to fear food, not to condemn any food. This is bad, boy, girl, don't eat this, boy, girl, this is bad for you, eat already, your teeth will rot, you will go fat, don't condemn any food, don't condemn, right? Lead them by example, walk the talk. I will encourage you to walk the talk. Right? If you have now trained their palate, right? You are not the boy, don't eat chocolate. No chocolate. Go to your classmate's birthday party, cannot eat the cake, cannot drink the drink. Right? But if their palate has been trained by their daily sharing of the meals and the food choices at home, right, with you, right, at home with you, right? Would you, okay, if you put choices with the palate would have been trained, right? That they would not have such a sweet tooth. They would not have a palate that yearn for sugar food, right? So if their palate is already trained, right? If their palate is already trained, they would naturally, your young kids would naturally not choose. Your young kids would naturally and not yearn for, not ask for, I want to eat that sugar drink, I want to drink that sugar drink, I want to eat that cake. They would go ahead, you would give them the freedom to choose, but their palate would actually tell them otherwise. Would you agree? Shu Hui, would you agree with me on that? Right, someone been right say hi, right, and you say thank you, and all parents of young children should listen to this. Or someone where you calling, watching this from. So Shu Hui, I thank you for your sharing. I think that was a very insightful sharing. I want to encourage you. You are not a kiasu mom. You are a good mom. Shu Hui, right? But we should all build positive, right, relationship with food for ourselves and for family, for children. Right? We should not grow up paranoid. We should not grow up like wow, fearing, wow, become like kiasi kiasu, this one got sugar, this one got this, cannot boy, I cannot. Don't grow up so kiasi kiasu paranoid. Right? But yet at the same time, we should not be careless. At the same time, we should not be so, mindlessly, not making good choices. We should train not just our own taste bud, like we should be building a culture for children, like whereby in a family we do not, right, take high sugar food carelessly. And after a while, right, they will learn to appreciate the natural sweetness, the natural taste of whole foods. Right? They will learn to do that. They will choose that. They will enjoy that. They will enjoy the natural taste, the sweetness, right, of whole food. They don't yearn for. Would you agree with me, Shu Hui? If you are still watching this, Shu Hui, would you agree with what I shared? Right, that we should build a culture that whereby our children will grow up enjoying wholesome whole food, enjoying wholesome whole food, and not because of fear, right? But because been, that will become, the taste bud is now conditioned. It's so sensitive, the whole food, just a bit of fruits. Why it's so sweet and so nice? Don't need to add sugar. I'm so blessed, your children will be so blessed that their taste buds are like superpower sensor of sweetness. They don't need added sugar to flood their taste buds. They don't need that. Right? And Angie agreed that we need to be mindful, but we don't condemn, we don't fear, we don't create fear. A culture of fear is never good. And Shu Hui says that you agree, your kids eat raw salad, whole food, eat your own naturally, choose healthier choice. Occasional pizza, occasional Christmas, but yeah, but we don't even need to constrain them, because right now their preferred choice, their natural preferred choice, is already healthy. Shu Hui, well done, and that is a good. Continue, but be very mindful, right, that we don't inadvertently have a cause, unhealthy relationship, unhealthy lens, right, looking at food. We don't do that. We must be confident that we can eat anything, but yet we are mindful not to eat anything, everything, anyhow. You hear what I say? We are confident of eating anything. High sugar drink, I drink. Not afraid, no fear, no condemnation. But we are not careless to just eat anything, anyhow, anytime. We are not. Okay. Fear nothing, but we don't take anything, anyhow. A bit too ching. I hope you got the gist of what I'm trying to say. I'm glad you shared that. Christina, you fully agree, right? Angie will still eat your sweets and cakes sparingly. Certainly, don't make it a habit. Don't make it a default choice that, oh, this is something I eat, this is something, right? I give myself a treat. The moment you say, so this is my cheat day, this is my treat, then you are putting that sweet, unhealthy food onto the pedestal. You're lifting it up to be something that you should yearn for. Don't do that, lah. Right? So, nothing, don't fear. Eat. Oh no, kaka. But because you have right now a culture, a mindset, right, of enjoying food in its natural form, whole food form, not ultra processed, not ultra high sugar, high all sorts of added stuff. Nothing removed, nothing added, whole food. Okay, that should be our goal. Right? And Sandra said that you get pizza only once in a while, and Lester agreed that it is a good advice. Right? It's a good advice in terms of, so for those who are there tuning in, don't don't know what we are talking about. Like we were talking previously, talking about what is healthy food, like what is the healthy choice? Are all healthier choice labeled food necessarily healthy? Okay? Are all healthier choice labeled food necessarily healthy? That was what we are talking about, right? And we say that if a drink with 30 grams of added sugar is considered unhealthy, would you consider a drink with 10 grams of added sugar to be healthy? And because in comparison, drink beer with only 10 grams, and compared to drink A with 30 grams of added sugar, obviously it's a healthier choice in comparison relatively. But would you consider drink B with 10 grams of added sugar to be healthy? Right. So that was what the conversation was about. Right. But then of course, as we ended that part of it, right, we began to share greater thing, and then Shu Hui shared about her choices, her culture at home, right? And Sandra say you don't eat pizza every day, eat things. NG say will try to bake and try to reduce all the unwanted elements, whether it's sugar or cream. And Lester said in Singapore we literally basically we will feast every single day, feast every single day. And Sandra said that you encourage your teen boys, right? Teen boys to drink more water. And Lester agreed, drink more water is good. But we should never fear. Do you agree with me? How many of you agree with me that we should never fear? Have no fear. We must not fear food. My kia, all food, no food is poison unless you take it in an inappropriate way, excessively poor choices. In and as of itself, in as of itself, right? Food, we should not label it as poison. Don't make your kids, don't make a culture like what can I say? I have people coming to my restaurant, doctor, I heard that this food is no good. Wow, this is not organic. Also, it must be bad, it must be poison, eat already, this will happen there. Wow, they live a stressful life, they are so uptight, they are so stressed. That's not the way. We need to have good habits. We must not live in fear, or constantly, using a microscope looking at all the little elements in every food that you eat, every food choices that you make. But you do not necessarily need to do that. Do you agree with me? Right? And then Shu Hui shares that you agree, you look forward to sharing on misleading labeling on almost everything. Yes, right. This thing called the healthy halo, that you label something that has antioxidant, that has chia seed inside. I did a video that has more than 1 million views, 1.6 million views on my YouTube channel. Right, 1.6 million views on my YouTube channel. Right, on chia seed. I was talking about chia seed. It's not some magic pill. It's not some magic dust. Some people condemn me on the YouTube channel in the YouTube video, but it has 1.6 million views. Go and watch my YouTube video on chia seed. It has 1.6 million views, and it's quite funny. Look at the comments. It is so hilarious. Right, there are people who are for what I say. There are people who hated me for what I say. There are people who condemn me for what I say. There are people who say nasty things. There are people who say hateful things. There are people who say thankful things. So it's so funny. One of my most enjoyable video in terms of reading the comments. Right, because many people have this wrong perspective, a wrong understanding of what is healthy. Right, because they were looking at labeling. Right, and Shui shared that you do know many people who think they are not eating excessively, right? But yet they are overweight and they have many medical conditions, right? And yet, rightly or wrongly, they think that okay lah, not too bad lah, just in moderation, right? And therefore, as Sandra said that still can eat someday cheat day. I don't agree, Sandra, forgive me, to disagree with you. I don't consider any day to be a cheat day. We don't consider that. The more you call it a cheat day, the more you yearn for it. The more it's like, oh, today Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's the gang call day. The Sunday is the cheat day. I look forward to Sunday, look forward to Sunday. Then you have this yearning towards Sunday. Right? Then you put all the food that you eat on Sunday, the cheat day, right, to be food that the forbidden fruit. The forbidden fruit. The forbidden fruit become food, right, that is always, the forbidden food become the food that people yearn for. Right, Shu Hui say you'll go and watch that video on chia seeds. You love the video on chia seeds. You started following me after you watched that. Thank you. Now you have found that hilarious, right? Hilarious. Juliana shared that. It's clearly explained. And Babita, you are calling in from Mauritius. Nice to have this great community here. And Lester, everybody's physical attributes, everybody's health is a personal journey, right? I totally agree with you. Lester, I think that's a very, very good point. We should never judge, right? Our health, our food choices, our life choices, it's our own choice, our own volition, right? We should all be responsible for it. We will, either the good or the bad of it, we would live with our choices, right? But nobody has the right to judge us. Nobody has to compare their health, their lifestyle with you, right? We are all different. right? We make our own choices. And Lester, thank you for highlighting this very important point. We judge no one, but we should continue to encourage everybody. We should continue to encourage everyone, right, to make the best possible choices, to make the best possible choices in their food, right, in whatever that they do. And today we started off with saying that, you know, healthier choice flavored food need not necessarily be healthy food. Okay, so right now we have gone way beyond that because, you know, way beyond that, you know, that topic of whether healthier choice flavored food. But I say wonderful, good chat. Now I still have some time. I always overrun, you know, and Shu Hui is going to bring out another interesting sharing that you want to share that, you know, your family member actually tell you that he can afford to continue to eat all the forbidden, bad, obviously unhealthy food for his cholesterol condition, high cholesterol condition, because he's already on the cholesterol medication. The doctor say it's well controlled, because I'm already taking the cholesterol medication and the cholesterol is under control. So, 叫价 lah, what's the problem? Right? What's the problem? Right? The problem is solved, isn't it? Right? For high cholesterol, take the cholesterol medication, cholesterol become better. Doctor say, okay, well controlled. So what do? 叫价, carry on 价, 打价, 嘎嘎价. No? Is that what you do? Right? Because your high cholesterol is well controlled by medication, you can therefore carry on in eating food that are obviously still unhealthy. And there's a video, I've done so many videos on my YouTube channel, on my TikTok, and I deal with many of them. Actually, not many people like to watch videos that challenge your mindset. Many people like to watch videos that 10 things you can eat for diabetes, 7 things that lower cholesterol, 6 things that you shouldn't eat, 7 things that the food industry, the pharmaceutical company is lying to you. So sensationalism has a lot of traction, will appeal, has a lot of clicks, right? Sensational headlines that will attract that. But you want to challenge people's mindset, right? And people say, hey, doctor, very naggy, why you are telling me this? No, well, tell me exactly what to do. Give me the shortcut, give me the, right? The one of the videos that I did was, right, just because your blood sugar is well controlled by medication does not mean that you have a free pass, right, to continue eating badly in terms of obvious aspect of our diet that are not good for your blood sugar control, that's not good for diabetes, right? It is not okay, right, to continue eating badly just because your blood pressure, your blood cholesterol, or blood sugar is now better controlled, right, through medication. The medication control the sign, 治标, right, but 没有治本，要治标也要治本. Agree? Right? If your condition, right, is due to your certain lifestyle choices, your certain food choices, if your condition is due to that, right, wouldn't you, right, then also tackle the very causes, the underlying cause, right, the contributory cause? If your diet is causing your cholesterol to be high, directly, indirectly, you know, to some degree or significantly, or to what it is contributing with your blood sugar, right, is affected by what you eat. So even if you take medication for your blood sugar and control it, even if you take medication for your cholesterol and control it, right, it does not mean that you can just carry on, carry on and eat, right, because it's well controlled. That is a common misconception. That is a very common wrong mindset. And Angie volunteered that to tell him that you enjoy the healthy food you're eating, that try to teach him, encourage him to enjoy food, loving food that will love them back. Like teach him to love food that will love them back. Right? You can cook healthier food. Shu Wei share that you can cook healthier food at home. But again, as with more parents, yeah, Shu Wei, I want to encourage you, don't nag. Now, I have many patients, elderly patients, right, when I bring them through, you know, their diet choice, training, diet choice, coaching. I have also many elderly patients, not just the people in 30s, 40s, 50s. I have all sorts from 30 years old to 70 something years old, you know, still undergoing diet choice, diet coaching, lifestyle coaching to control their blood sugar, blood cholesterol, high blood pressure, or fatty liver, or whatever. And so I've seen many elderly patients when I coach them and I look at their food, right? And they say their food is very boring, but they're obviously a foodie. Then I say, uncle, auntie, no, why your food like that? Why your food like very boring? There's no variety. Why is it that your food No, it doesn't look appetizing. Then the poor auntie uncle tell me, okay, no doctor, no my children, my well-meaning children tell me that Appa, you cannot eat this, Amma, you cannot eat that. This is not good for you. They are always nagging me. After a while, I sense it more. After a while, I'm frustrated. After a while, I give up. No, I'm exasperated. Like what do a person do when they're exasperated? They give up to say, my lah, like that. No, better not to give up. Right? Just forget it. No, I don't eat up. Just eat what you put on the table for me. They actually lose their love for food. They actually lose their joy of eating. Don't take away their love for food, the joy of eating from anyone. That is not good. It is not good. Yes, I agree with Lester. It's not easy to change one mindset. And that's what I try to do, Lester. And I know that I will never go to be a million followers on Facebook or YouTube. I will never. Because I don't have sensational headlines and videos that say 10 things you must eat, 10 things you must not eat, 10 things that will change or remove your belly fat, 10 things will help you lose weight in 10 days. I don't do that, but I'm always trying to change people's mindset, highlight misconception. And some people get it, some people don't. So that's life, lah. Right? Right. But that's what I want to do. That's my passion. Yes, and therefore I totally agree with you. I do. It's not easy to change one mindset. I hope, right? I hope that too, right? That all these things that I'm doing, right? All this sharing, all these live streams that I have, I hope that you would, contribute to people's be looking at health topics, that people would begin to use this. I hope this will be the regular dose, mini dose, or a little bit here and there. Every now and then I cover one topic, right? That you become a mini dose, a regular dose of information, and more importantly, that this live chat will become a source of inspiration for people to make changes, right, to their lifestyle choices, so that they can unlock the power of their eating habits as medicine. Okay, so that's my goal for my channel. That's the reason I do live chat. That's the reason why I do live stream. Right? Because I want to encourage people. Right? I want to encourage people, right, to unlock the power of their lifestyle choices. Unlock the power of their lifestyle choices as medicine. Lifestyle is medicine to prevent and combat diabetes, heart disease, and other chronic diseases. Okay, Shui don't need to stop going out to eat. Right? Explore. There are many healthy food choices in Singapore and many places around the world right now. Go and explore. They are not easy to find. There are nooks and corners in Singapore, right, whereby restaurants with healthy food. I used to run a restaurant, remember? Right? I used to run a restaurant where I try to encourage people to explore new ingredients, explore new food choices. And it's not easy. I know it's not easy. I suffered for so many years. I suffered for so many years. Trying to challenge people's taste bud, challenge people's mindset. Right? It has not been easy for me. Right? It has not been easy for me. Right? And Lester says that because of Asian cooking style, adding rich condiments and you substitute with lots of spices. Certainly, right, we are in this part of the world. We have a cuisine. We are so blessed. A cuisine that is very used to using a variety of spices. Let's use spices. Let's use herbs, right, as flavoring. No, not use all the high sugar, high salt, all the high, added unhealthy elements for flavoring. We can definitely use spices as flavoring. Right, Lester, that is a wonderful suggestion. And for many of you who are just joining, wondering what is this doctor talking about? What is this conversation? We earlier had this conversation on, right, what is the definition of a healthier choice, right? Whether healthier choice label, right, is always going to be a healthy choice. That was what I talked about. Whether a healthier choice label food is always healthy, right? If a drink with 30 grams, that's considered unhealthy. With a drink with only 10 grams of added sugar, be considered healthy, right? You compare the two drinks, definitely drink B is a healthier choice compared to drink A. But would you really consider drink B to be a healthy drink with 10 grams of sugar? Even though we fear nothing, fear no the gaga, right? Not be a fear. But would we really call anything with added sugar a healthy choice? Right? Even if it's just 10 grams, would you call it a healthy choice? right? So the conversation that originally started was healthier choice labeled foods will not necessarily be healthy. But then, of course, we went on to have a conversation about how to change the mindset of people, how to challenge, how to build a different culture for our children. Right, that was what we ended up doing, and that's how we continue, right, to have this conversation. That we continue, right, to keep this live chat going on. All right, I continue to do so even as the sky turned dark. Continue to do so, like even as the noise around here continue to be. Right, since I have about 20 over people on the live stream, I'm happy to go off topic now to continue to chat with you. So those who have just joined the live stream, right? You don't want to have this chit chat, go to the beginning. Go to the beginning and watch the topic on healthier choice labeled food. Is it necessarily healthy? Then we have a very specific conversation for that. But right now we are having a chit chat, right, on culture, on what we do for children, and what do we do for parents with chronic diseases issues, that what do we do that, and Shuish says that, some many people, maybe it's a relative, to have char kway teow for breakfast. It's a very, well accepted to be an unhealthy choice of food. Char kway teow for breakfast, hae mee, with more prawn noodles, with even added prawn for lunch, egg tart or cake or tea break, and then bread, and then get roast duck for dinner, plus a cup of tea, with each meal, I'm sure with a lot of added sugar, a lot of, so that maybe the typical, meal a day, food choices for Shu Hui's relative, right? And then I think Shu Hui is like stressing over it. Shu Hui is, stressing over it and wondering how to change, the lifestyle of a family member doing that. Anybody has any suggestion? Anybody has anything to share? About what can we do? What can we do to encourage a relative, a family member, a father, a mother, a spouse, your children, your sister, your loved ones, your best friend? How do you change somebody's mind about healthy food? How do you do that? Okay, and that's my passion, and that's what I've been doing all these years. And for those who are new to me, I'm Dr. Chan. I'm a medical doctor from Singapore. Right? My passion is in lifestyle medicine. My passion is in helping people, educating people, activating people, coaching people, enabling people, empowering people to unlock the changes, the optimization of their lifestyle and their eating habits. Unlock it as medication, as medicine, as powerful as medicine, so as to prevent diabetes if we do not already have it, so as to control, reverse, combat diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and other lifestyle diseases, and where lifestyle plays a very important role. That's what I do. Like so, Shu Hui, so I feel your pain, Shu Hui, when you say that, your family member, right, have such unhealthy diet. And Lester shares that it's not easy, right, to change people's mindset. And through my years, I even worked as a full-time chef. I was running a restaurant on top of being a doctor. Right? I was running a restaurant as a full-time head chef. I was seeing patients in the morning in my clinic. Lunchtime, I would be cooking in the kitchen, and then the rest of the time, I was working in the hospital or doing other things. At night, I'll be running a kitchen again. So can be rest assured, I have encountered many different situations, many different people, right, with different kind of mindset issues. Right? But I'd like to thank all of you for joining me, for having this patience, this accommodation of me, right, to humor me as I chat, as I highlight, various topics close to my heart. I thank you for joining me. Right. I hope you have your regular dose of information or inspiration to inspire you to unlock the power of your lifestyle, unlock the power of your eating habits, right? To prevent and combat diabetes, to prevent and combat heart diseases, to prevent and combat all the bad things, right? And so that you will be able to unlock the power of your habits as medicine. And I will end here with Shu Hui, who say, thank me. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for spending this time with me. Right? I'm sure I'll get some hate comments in the section. The doctor talked so long, a simple topic, talk until so long, or whether on YouTube people are less forgiving, on Facebook people are a bit more forgiving. On YouTube, I find, I don't know, I may be wrong, on my YouTube channel where it is simultaneously live cast, right? I do get a lot of hate comments, discouraging comments that even discourage me from sharing, even discourage me, right, from doing videos for a number of months. Even for 9 months, I did nothing. I went quiet on social media. I did that. So I want to thank all of you. I want to thank Lester, right, for your time. I want to thank all of you, right, and do me a favor, if you could, right, help me share this message, help me spread this word, help me grow this platform, right? If you do, like and share, write a comment section write comments in the comment section so that Facebook or YouTube, right, would send it to more people. When you like and share, when you participate in the comment section, Facebook or YouTube, right, would share this with more people, not just your friends, but people around, right? They will share that. So do me a favor, like, share, say something, share something, encourage one another, send blessings to one another, right? So that in this community, right, in this very challenging work of changing the mindset of people, in this very challenging work of challenging all the misconception out there, all the misinformation out there, right? We can then do our part, right, in reaching more people, helping people have a clearer perception, understanding of their choices. Can you do that for me? Right? Can you do that for me? Let habits be done and listen. Eat well and be well. Be blessed.